Hello, and welcome back to our discussion this month of all of the moving parts of the residential real estate transaction. So we've talked about a lot of things this month, and what we're going to talk about today is the participants in a real estate transaction. So how big is the real estate industry? Well, the last report that I read said that the total value of all of the homes in the United States has currently exceeded $33 trillion. That is a huge number. So you can imagine, with all of the homes that are bought and sold throughout the country, there are a lot of people, vendors, trades, and industries that are affected. So who participates in a typical real estate transaction? Well, the obvious thing is you have a buyer for every seller. And every buyer, unless he's paying or she is paying cash, is getting a real estate mortgage loan. So now we've added a lender to the mix. And then one of the other obvious things that we need are agents for each buyer and each seller. So now we have buyer, seller, buyer agent, listing agent, lender. And then we need someone to close the transaction. So that's the title company. But let's back up a little bit. Before a listing ever comes to the market, a seller typically does a lot to prepare the transaction, to prepare the house for the market. So that may include carpet folks, painters, new appliances, movers, all these different people, plumbers, electricians. You may need to change your lights. You may need to do more mulch outside, so that's a landscaper. You might need to remove a tree or fix a fence, and so you start to understand that there are lots of different people involved in preparing a home for sale. You may also need a stager and a cleaner, right, to polish up the house before it goes to market. So after the house is on the market and the buyers come along with their agents and they write an offer on the house, then we may see various home inspection companies coming into the house. You might have someone come in to do the structural and mechanical, another company for radon, someone to look for termites. You may have roof inspections, mold inspections, chimney inspections, all different vendors. Now, sometimes a home inspection company can do a basic check on all these things, but if they see anything that isn't quite right, then you have to call in the set of experts. So you get through the home inspection, and then the lender says, okay, well, we need a survey. We want to see, how does the house sit on the land, and we want to make sure that there aren't any boundary problems. And so you have a surveyor that comes through, and then an appraiser comes through to make sure that the value of the house is still solid. And then once you go to closing, you may decide you need a different color countertop, or your cabinets may need to be replaced, or you need new flooring and new paint. And you're going to customize that house to your own desires. And you may need to change the locks, and so you're running to Lowe's back and forth to get all the things that you need to prepare the house to your taste. So you start to see, if you really make a list, and I did one right before I made this video, and I came up with 20 different vendors that are typically involved in every real estate transaction. So if we're looking at a 33 trillion value for the market, you can imagine that this really feeds the economy in a lot of different ways. So there you have it. Lots of folks are involved in the real estate transaction. If you have questions about any of that, please feel free to reach out to me at the information provided on this video. My name is Michelle Camaioni with RE/MAX Closers, and I hope you have an excellent day.